Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the DAX this morning? So first things first, just got the daily chart up, and this was the previous up trend line, okay? And we have had a break of the trend line, and do we have a retest? So let me just zoom in a bit here. Okay, so that was the uptrend line. We broke through it, and we've now had a daily retest of that level. So that is the first scenario. The second scenario is that we have a double bottom, okay? So we do have a double bottom here, there and there. Obviously, a break above this area up here would validate that double bottom. So if you look at the oscillator here, we also have a double bottom on the oscillator, okay? So two scenarios on the daily. So one is it's a double bottom, the other one is this was a trend line break, and this is a retest. So the important level here is the high of yesterday, because if that breaks today, then double bottom is more likely, and we're looking for more upside, okay? And if that level holds, then this is a retest or potential retest, and we could get a move to the downside. But obviously we need to break below this level for more downside to happen. So let's get down to a 30 minutes. So we do have a potential head and shoulders here, okay? And we also have a potential double bottom on the 4 hours. So you can see here double bottom, and we've broken above this level here of what's that, 12,700 I think, or 12,770, 12,270, sorry. So it's 12,270. We've broken above it, which validates this double bottom pattern here. So I would expect a retest of this area for a move to the upside. And my target here is pretty much that area there, which is 12420. Okay, now let's get down to the lower time frames, because this is where we need to take a trade-off. So first things first, we do have this potential head and shoulders here. So a break below here is going to give us a downside move to and you can see we line up with another breakout. Okay, so I mean, I can draw multiple lines for the breakout area. Point is that there is a fairly strong zone of support here. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this at the moment. I'm expecting this to move to the downside, and we are going to have to wait and see what happens in this area here. Okay, so this 12,250 area is the area that I want to pay attention to, because that is a retest of the breakout on the 4 hour, and that's kind of the pattern that I'm going to play. So I'm going to be looking for upside move back to 12,400 area. Okay, but I think we're going to get a pullback first. If we do get a break of this pattern, then we're definitely going to get a move to the downside, and that's nothing to be frowned upon. It's a good 60-point move. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this at the moment. And obviously a break above the high of yesterday. If we get above the high of yesterday and get a daily close above that, then that upward trend line break will probably be negated to a certain degree. Okay, but again, very much like the Aussie market, it's very indecisive, lots of indecision at the moment. And the euro is getting a bit of strength today after Trump's tweets about the currency and the Fed yesterday. So yeah, anything can happen. Okay, so that's kind of my play for the day. I would expect this current downward move to continue, at least to come and test these areas here. Okay, and you're going to have to watch each area because it's going to be impossible to pick one. I don't even think you can pick it up on the weekly. No. So you're really going to have to, if you're going to trade the DAX today, you're going to have to watch it like a hawk. You're going to take a short scalp to the downside, see if it validates some bullish action at the bottom, and then get in for the long to the upside. And again, the long is going to be tedious because you've got all these different levels that are going to affect it. Okay, so that's kind of my view on it. Probably not even going to trade it today again. Just leave it alone. The Dow has a better setup for me. The Aussies even got better setups for me. There are other instruments out there that you can trade which have better setups. Okay, so that's my take on the DAX today. It's be cautious, be careful. Probably down, start off with a downside move, but then I would expect some form of consolidation somewhere for an attempt to the upside. And the reality is, if we do get a pullback into this area here, well, I think what you actually should also add to your bag of tricks would be to see where the 50% and the 61.8. So there you go. So that's kind of the area that we are looking. You can see we kind of overlap with some of this, but there's a lot of levels. If you just keep drawing your lines on every breakout point, you'll see what I mean. Breakout point there, breakout point there, breakout point there. Okay, so I'm saying we're looking probably short and we'll look somewhere in this 12 to 20 to 12 to 70 area for bullish price action. If you do see bullish price action in that area, it would be a worthwhile long, and your target is 12,420. Okay, guys, I hope that helps, and be very careful with this one. It can basically go either way. So stay safe and enjoy your day. I'll catch up with you later. Cheers.